and welcome to the Have Knitting podcast. Oh my goodness, it's been like forever since I last recorded. Sorry. But I'm back. I am back. And I'm not even going to try and recap the last couple of months other than saying it has been crazy busy between kids graduating, kids transitioning, kids being kids, Christmas, and of course New Year's. So I hope you had a fantastic Christmas. I had a very quiet one. We went to country New South Wales and spent Christmas with my mother-in-law, and then we came home, spent New Year's with some good friends, which was again pretty quiet but fun. Although I was home by about 10:30, 11 o'clock because the kids couldn't cope with staying up until midnight, and that's cool. And then we went to visit some more relatives. So we've had a very busy couple of weeks, but it's been fantastic. I've loved having that time to just relax, to not be the person that's cooking, to spend time with family, to spend time crafting, to spend time just kind of reconnecting with me. And that sounds so silly, but I was so tired by the end of last year and so caught up in all the busyness that I think I kind of lost myself somewhere in there. So yay for 2016. Okay, so I have some news, and that news is, drum roll please, I can't drum. That news is that I'm going to try and record 15 to 20 minute podcasts. Nothing overly exciting. So if you're on the edge of your seat waiting for a huge announcement, I'm sorry, you didn't get one. But yeah, so 20 to 15 minute podcasts. I've been watching Round the Twist with Karen, and I really, really love it because it's really short. I kind of miss it once it's over, but it's done really quickly, and I find that I can find that 15 or 20 minutes during the day far more easily than I can find 40 minutes to an hour. So that's what I'm going to be doing, because I figure that there are more people like me out there that would rather a short podcast than a long one. And fingers crossed, I might even be able to start recording weekly. Let's just hope I don't spend the next 20 minutes trying to remember words. Oh, I hear my name being called. Just hang on a moment. Yes, I'm recording. I can't escape. Go into a bedroom and they still come and find me. The life of a mum. Okay, so sorry for that interlude. So let's talk knitting. Let's talk crafting. I have 2 knitting items to show you and one other crafting item to show you. So I have been knitting. I haven't been knitting a huge amount, and I've just been concentrating on 2 projects. I did get cast on itis a little while ago, or just before Christmas actually, just before we left for my mother-in-law's. I got cast on itis and started freaking out and going through all my sock books, going, I need a sock, and then went, hang on, I've got 2 projects that really need to be finished, so let's just concentrate on getting those done. And so put down one and picked up the other. So this is the inside, that there is the back, the finished back of my Shetland Shorty. And this here is the finished right front of my Shetland Shorty. And this is the Progress Keeper stitch marker dangly thing that represents around about where I was the last time I showed you, because as good as it's like a little earring, and as good as they are, I love it. I don't think they're meant for long-term use, because every now and then it pops off, no matter how well I weave it through. But anyway, and so now I am doing the left front, and I think, let me check the pattern. I think I'm about 13 rows, and there's 18. I'm right, 13 rows. 13 pattern repeats. I've done 13 pattern repeats, and there are 18 all up. I did actually finish this, the left hand front, when I was at my brother-in-law's place. And I put it down and I read the pattern and I looked at it and I read the pattern and I compared it to the front, the back, and I read the pattern again and realized I'd actually been knitting it with the wrong size needle. So you're supposed to knit it with and of course, I hadn't written notes on Ravelry. So, yes, so you're supposed to knit the back and the front section with a 3.5. I have gone up in needle size to a 3.75, but of course I didn't write that down. And I spent probably about 15 minutes staring at my husband trying to remember trying to remember what I said I was going to do. Or trying to remember what I thought and what I swatched and what conclusions I had drawn. So that is that. So in about another 5 repeats, I will have finished the left hand front, which is really exciting. So I'm going to take my little Duvalaki, don't know what that word is. I'm going to take my little thingamabob, because I know that word, and I'm going to put it on the front, which is this side. Sorry, I'll just do all of this in front of you. And stick it in here so that the next time I record, which hopefully will be next week sometime, I can show you my progress. Voila! So there you can see. It's all put in. See, I have done stuff. I've been knitting like some crazy lady. Not really. But I have been, sort of. So that is living in my Jibby Rousseau's bag from Etsy. It's my coffee bag. And I really do love this bag. It's got coffee. And so yes, so the body of that is being knit on 3.75 millimeter needles. They're just Addi circulars. The Addi lace circulars, I hate the smell. I think a lot of people, I'm pretty sure at my LYS, I was talking to the lady that owns it about them and said, I really don't like the smell. And she goes, what smell? So maybe it smells like, I don't like the, I think it's because it's brass. Are they brass tips? I think it's that brass kind of smell. I really, really don't like it. That sort of metallic kind of smell. So I think I'm going to slowly phase those out of my needle, what's it called? Not my repertoire, but you know, like out of my collection of needles, I'll get rid of the lace ones, the Addi lace ones, because I really don't like the smell, and replace them with possibly higher sharps, because I do like those. All right, so the second thing that I have been working on is the Real Scarf by Miriam. Oh, heck, you must all hate me. Oh, that's a bit severe, isn't it? I'm so harsh on myself. This is the Shetland Shorty pattern by Gudrun Johnson, just in case you were wondering. Oh, and in case you are wondering about knit-alongs and stuff, I haven't officially canned the Aussie knit-along. Feel free to do one if you want, but because I'm only just starting up again for the year and I'm not ready to sort of throw something else on the needles, I'm not participating. But we do have a cardigan knit-along running. So any cardigan that you're knitting, you can join in. We've got somebody knitting the Hirofude, I think it's called, and yeah, a range of other things going on. So feel free to participate in that because it's fun. It's just, you know, it's low key. It's just, you know, a bunch of knitters talking about the cardigans that they're working on, which is fun. So the other project that I've been working on is the Real Scarf by Miriam Felton. Oh, sorry, I got caught on my cuticle because you all needed to know that. So this is being knit. Oh, should I tell you that? Again, you all hate me, don't you? This is being knit in, is it Debbie Bliss? I can't even remember anymore. Heck. No, it's Jo Sharp. I'm on a bit of a Debbie Bliss kick at the moment, so that is why I said Debbie Bliss. Jo Sharp, Mulberry Silk Georgette in the, I think it's called Watermelon, in the Watermelon colourway. And if you're wondering about my lovely Jamberry nails, these are Sweet Splash, which were a Boxing Day exclusive for Australia and New Zealand. And I love them. And this is the Flirt lacquer, which is very shiny with some glitter over the top, called Touch of Sparkle, I think. I'm just going to, they're my nails. I love them. I'm very happy with them. And my crooked fingers. I had some girlfriends around, and I was complaining about my crooked fingers, so we all started comparing how crooked our fingers were. And believe it or not, that made me feel better. I'm not the only one with funny looking fingers. It's what God gave me. I'll be happy with that. Anyway, so I think the Joe Sharp is a 5-ply. The pattern calls for a 4-ply. I got gauge with the correct needle size, and then I swatched it. I washed the swatch and it shrunk a little bit, which is why I've gone up a size. So, the Miriam Felton Real Scarf. Now this I love, but this, sorry, that's the back end of it, but this is the bane of my life. The number of times I've dropped stitches, like end stitches, because, they've popped off the needles or whatever, and I've had to go back, and then I've had to re-knit it. Like not just a little bit, but, like whole sections. And then, because they're short rows as well, so that's extra fabric that I've got to then re-knit. And I lost one of my tiny little stitch markers, which makes me so sad. I don't know how. We were doing it in the car. I was knitting it in the car, not we. I was knitting it in the car and I popped up. So these are my Fripperies and Bibblebots. I can't remember the name of them. Girls Wink, I think. Ringos. I think she's got mini ones, so I'm waiting for a shop update so I can get some more. I do not have an obsession with stitch markers. I just like the really, really, really tiny ones. So ones that are smaller than that. So this has been knit on, I can't remember what size needle. And it's not written on the cord, I don't think. I can't remember what size I'm using. But these are higher sharps. All the information is on my Ravelry project page for this. It's been knit in Fibre Space Scrumptious Lace in the teal colourway. Instead of using your normal wrap and turn, I'm doing the German, I'm using German short rows. So you can Google it. I'm not going to try and explain it to you. Okay, now I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but I like to read other people's project notes, and somebody did say that the pattern was so simple it was boring. The pattern is so simple that I love it. For a sleep-deprived, really busy mum of 6, this is brilliant. There's not a huge amount to remember, and it's really lovely. I really love that lace. So, and this rolled edge is so cute. And so I haven't knit on it since we got home from our trip away, because I had to rip it back like 3 times in the space of a day or so because I kept finding mistakes, and then I dropped a stitch and a whole range of other things. So I feel like I go forward and then I go back a lot with this one. But I'm getting, I figure I'm getting there with it. Eventually, I will get there eventually with it. So this, my friend Emma, who does Knitter's Friend, I've mentioned her before, and I do have a bag for a giveaway, which I sort of did, and only one person entered. And Tonya, that person was you. And so if you want the bag, send me a message. Otherwise, I'll just run another competition. I've been a bit slack because I've been so busy. Sorry, I'm looking for the end of the drawstring. So this, Emma has been sewing up more bags, and so this is my Knitter's Friend bag. You can find her on Etsy, and this is so cute. We had a at our church, we did market night just before Christmas, and she had some of the bags that she was selling at our craft group that morning, and I think I saw this one, and I said, you're not allowed to sell that one. That one is for me. And so I was at the stall next to her because I had Jamberry stuff, and yeah, so I bought that before the market even opened, as you do. Okay, so my other thing that I have been crafting on is my It's a Bees World in Crewel Embroidery. I have signed up, thanks to Karen. Karen, if you're watching this, you're a massive enabler. Thank you. I signed up for the Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. It's a cross stitch. Cross stitch along, round the world cross stitch along or something. I don't know. But so because I'm about to, that starts on the 15th of January, and they send you a clue every couple of months, I thought I better finish what I've been working on. So this is my It's a Bees World Crewel Embroidery from the Floss Box. I think she's got an Etsy store. She's got a website. I think she's based in Switzerland or somewhere. That's the first crewel embroidery I've done. I've done it for my 12-year-old because when I was pregnant with her, we called her Bumble. And I'm really, really happy with it. Doing this has reignited my love for embroidery. So I had been working on this, and then I put it aside, and then I was working on my quilt block, and then I decided that I needed to get this done before I started the cross stitch along. So I've just got like 12 little French knots to do down the bottom, and I'll do that in the next couple of days so it's done before the cross stitch along starts. And the reason I haven't finished it is because I've run out of white, and they're supposed to be done in white. But I think I should probably ask her because it's for my 12-year-old and she knows. But I think I might do them in the dark pink, which you can see around the flowers and down here in these little starbursty things. So, which will be nice because there's already so much white. It'd be nice to have a little bit more pink in there. I asked my friends on Facebook, and I had a graphic designer and an artist both reply. Gosh, they're beautiful people. And so the graphic designer said the green in here, so it's got that, you know, like continuity of color, and the artist said the brown, so it's got that balance. And do you know what? I have to say I love both of those comments. That was just, it was brilliant to see what other people thought. You know, like, you know, other creative artists, types, whatever you want to call them, in the field, and what their impression of it is. But yeah, I think I'll go with the pink, just because there's not a lot of pink in there to begin with, and if it doesn't look any good, I'll rip it out and do it again in another colour, because I can. So that's that. And I'll be doing more crewel embroidery as time goes on, but first things first, I've got to, what's it called? I've got to start my cross stitch along. So, and that's it. I was going to show you my quilt, but I haven't worked on that for a while, so no, I'm not going to. We're at 18 minutes. Yes! So, I'll just be a little bit excited that I have managed to keep it under 20 minutes. So, I'm going to sign off, and I'm going to aim to be back in about a week. Give or take a couple of days, depending on what craziness goes on around here. And yeah, I'll see you then. Bye.